Hey guys, I'm Christina.
I'm Taco. She's my mom.
And he's my son. We're going to talk about some real shit, and shit's going to get real. This is Trust Tree.
Do you have that audio stuck in your head right now?
Dude, I have TikTok stuck in my head right now. Like the rest of the natural world.
All right, do we want to check?
Excuse me, yogurt. What?
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Clearly our For You pages are different. Oh, God. There goes my singing career.
What the fuck did you just say? The coffee goes in the mouth, Mom.
I cannot believe I just did that. I'm covered in coffee. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
So wipe the tears
Oh,
away.
my Lanta.
Again.
Oh.
Huh?
It's just, we're making another musical on TikTok right now.
Did you see the Ratatouille live
I didn't
stream?
see it. Was it amazing or stupid or
It
what?
was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Was it cool? I don't understand how they're doing that.
It was first of all, Ratatouille's not a musical.
Well, I understand these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like making musicals out of not musicals.
Yeah, and then so then it wasn't like there was no stage, there was no set. It was just a phone pointed at a white wall, and a man dressed with a nose and whiskers came in front and sang a song about food, and then it cut to like the next important character. So it was I didn't stick around for very long, but odd is the word.
So they wrote songs for just sections of the movie. There was no interacting at all. There was no lines. It was all songs.
Well, no, there were lines. Mm-hmm. Like it was a musical without the set.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the whole live stream chat was just people going, "What is happening?" Because everyone on TikTok got a push notification about it, but I had no idea it was happening. It just kind of arrived.
So like TikTok ended up like sponsoring it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, you want to just immediately jump into what I called you about this week, and you told me to wait until the podcast?
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should just like ease it in.
This is a little
What?
little podcast foreplay.
I mean, I seriously was like, somebody needs to give us questions. Otherwise, we're just going to talk about sex and therapy for the first 20 episodes.
We're just really horny and sad.
Lord,
oh my God.
What?
Nothing.
You have to pretend like they're not there too.
No, I have to not pretend like they're not there. It's just there's like two things already that have been caught. That no, you don't say that to mom filter.
Oh, okay.
Too risque even for normal podcasts. Where the fuck do I hide the questions from myself? Where on God's green earth did we put that? Brett! Where is it hiding? It got moved.
How's Rafiki? Did his shed finish?
He did shed. It's over there.
You kept it?
I did keep this one.
Why is it a whole piece?
Oh, all of his sheds are whole pieces.
Oh,
He's
so healthy.
absolutely immaculate at shedding because I'm such a good owner who maintains popular or appropriate levels. There it is. Thank you, Britt. You're an absolute angel.
I'm burpy tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little gassy.
Yeah, it's all the vegetables.
It's all the veggies.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about, without going into gruesome detail, about whatever film you watched that just showed you the process of meat getting butchered?
No, it wasn't a video of a process of meat getting butchered. It was literally like a big slab of muscle that a guy was cutting into to like, it was a kitchen, so it wasn't like processing plant or anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning, and I'll start at my beginning, which is our family's history of random kicks of don't eat beef or don't eat random meat, or this time we've decided to go vegetarian for X amount of time until mom really wants a fucking hamburger.
What?
Well, the history of this is this one time we were at the state fair and we watched a calf be born, And my mother got to name it. Did you end up naming it, or did you let the child name it?
Okay, first of all, I was the only one there when it was born. It was like 10 o'clock at night.
That is not true. I was with you. I was next to you.
Oh, yeah, it was me and you. But everyone else left.
Oh, okay.
No, I named it.
Okay. What
Yeah.
did you name the cow?
Norman.
Anyways, so then after
If you're my age, you're like, perfect name. You know exactly why I named the cow that.
I am not your age and
No.
therefore do not know.
Well, it's from a movie.
But that then resulted in what, like a year of us not eating beef?
Yeah, a
Mhm.
year. I
So-
did not eat beef for an entire year. Well, actually, technically, what I did was I didn't eat anything I thought was cute after that. So I ate fish
Because they're just hideous to look at.
and chicken.
You know, you own chickens. You
Well,
don't
now
your
I think
girls are
they're cute, but I don't think I didn't really like get to know chickens back then. Now I know that they like have personalities.
You were
and they're
just
funny.
courting chickens back then.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, we were just talking.
Yeah. Now you're committed to the
Yeah,
chickens.
now we're dating. So, yeah. So we didn't eat beef for a year.
Mm-hmm. So now, what are you doing now?
Well, it's not this isn't anything new. It's
What do you mean it's not anything new? You were like, I'm vegetarian now.
well, I wanted to go vegan, but man, eggs are good.
That they are.
So basically what happened is something I saw a TikTok that just really made me realize in a very real way that it's muscle. Like
Yeah.
not that it's like, oh, for some reason to me it was just like it's a steak. It's a thing. It didn't bother me. But then when I processed it this way, it's literally like
How you're not eating a pig, you're eating pork. You're not eating a cow, you're eating beef.
Yes. Now I'm like, no, that's a cow. That is a cow with muscle memory. And even when the muscle is detached from the body for long periods of time, it has muscle memory. And when they cut into this huge slab of meat, it was twitching and moving and shaking, and it freaked me out to the point where I was like, that is too real for me. That's too fucking real.
You ever just like go to cut up a steak in the kitchen and it like gets up and walks away from you?
Dude, that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Muscle memory, and it's going to run across the table. It was so disgusting. And then I had forgotten about it. I was like, okay, fine, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went to breakfast and I was eating meat, and all of a sudden it just flashed in my head, and I can see it right now. And I was like, I couldn't even finish the bite. I had to take the bite out of my mouth and put it on the plate. My husband's like, what is happening over there?
You're gonna say like
I couldn't eat
like
it.
your chicken fried steak like jiggled a little too aggressively
Oh my
at
God. No, it wasn't even that. It was just, I just can't. I can't. I mean, I can, but like, I can't. I don't think I can do it.
you. Just can't even.
It just depends. I think it depends on. I'm such a hypocrite because it just depends on like how it's prepared and where it came from. Did I see it raw before it got to my plate? Did I know the cow? Like,
Steak shows up, you're like, Norman!
Oh my God, we stayed with you for hours. How's your mom?
How did
How's
it end
Bessie?
like this?
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know if I can do it.
I
I'm
don't
sure if I
know.
was really hungry and that's the only option, yeah, I get it. But like, I just feel like I have options.
I mean, yeah. But like, I don't know, because like I'm of the opposite, because you like remember I went and I got my hunting license and all that good
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
So and like I was there when they put like Dash down and everything, and they're like, oh, by the way, when we, euthanize your dog, there's a chance that he'll like, he's not feeling anything, but he might like whimper or like shake or look like he's seizing, but he's kind of already dead. Or like
That just freaked me out.
yeah. Or like I've like helped dress like a lot of deer.
Yeah, so have I. That's what I'm saying. It's
So then
like
why-
super
why-
weird. I don't know. And I'm almost like I don't know. I think it's like mass production that really bothers me. Is
What-
that so weird? It's like almost if I had more of an intimate relationship with the cow, I'd be okay with it.
If you got to name it and like tell it bedtime stories,
Or just like raised it and took care of it and knew it had a good life. I don't know.
and then
That's
betray
so
it at the
fucked
end.
up. And then just be like, sorry, dude. No, but so then I had this idea when I was younger. I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Natural death farms. So like for people who want to eat meat, but they don't want to like kill a cow before it's time.
Yeah.
So of course the meat's not going to be as delicious, but they won't know because they're not really eating it anyway. So it's going to be delicious to them.
Yeah, but like, do you remember the time that the time that I stabbed myself in the leg when we were hanging out with?
Yes, when we were processing the deer.
No, that was a whole fucking cow.
Oh yeah, that was a cow. That was a cow.
That cow died naturally, as far as I'm aware. But do you remember how much cancer we had to cut around? How many tumors were in that cow?
Yeah, and it did not die naturally. That was butchered. But
oh, okay. Well, either way, the cow was old.
Yes, and it did have a lot of tumors.
Yeah.
I don't think they were cancerous cells. They were just like
there was a lot of black. A lot of black pockets.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to never eat again, watch this documentary on Netflix called What the Health. You'll never fucking eat again. You'll just be like, I'll just drink water.
I'm just gonna starve.
I'll just go out. Does anybody know where I can get some acorns?
Have you ever had acorn meal? Speaking of,
yes, they make you have it in elementary school. When I was a kid, you when you learn about natives, indigenous people. Excuse me.
That's when I did that too. Now that I think about it,
you grind it up and then you try it.
Yeah.
It's bitter. It's very bitter. So
wait, did you just like grind up acorns and just eat acorn powder, or did you like wash it?
No, we did the whole process.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because I think you can like get sick
from
it's
it like toxic if you don't.
Yeah, you have to process it a special way. So right now I am trying to not eat very much meat. So all this this is what happens to me is like I watch What the Health, and then some stupid video comes on TikTok, and then I read this book called The Beauty Detox Solution by Kimberly Snyder. You guys go get that book. It's really good. If you're thinking about reducing your meat intake and your animal intake and you want to learn about
what happened first?
Norman.
TikTok? Well, in that trio.
Well, what happened very first was the Kimberly Snyder book.
Okay.
Because a girlfriend of mine that I played roller derby with is friends with her. And she told me about her forever ago because she makes these glowing green smoothies that like Reese Witherspoon drinks and Drew Barrymore drinks and stuff like that. So I actually went out and got her book and read that book. And I lost 14 pounds.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. So I was losing like a pound a day when I was eating this way and blah, blah, blah.
You know, it's not healthy, right?
I don't know how much of it was water and how much of it was whatever, but I felt the best I've ever felt. I didn't feel like, oh God, I'm so sluggish and gross, but look at me, I'm skinny. You know, I felt great. So I read her book first.
Gotcha.
And then I was watching TikTok, and then I saw some kid on there talk about What the Health. Then I watched What the Health and was like, that's it. That's disgusting. Then I pulled out Kimberly's book again. And then I saw the TikTok of the muscle memory.
Twitching meat.
Yeah.
So the live chat, I just want to display the complete polar opposite of you.
What?
Someone popped up in the live chat and said, oh, muscle memory is the reason I wanted to be a mortician.
Oh, is it my sister?
No.
Oh, gross.
Or was it the reason I decided not to be? Either way.
Yeah, either way, it's hard for me and I don't think I can handle it. I've been there when a lot of animals have died. I've been there when one person has died, and
a very death heavy first 15 minutes.
Yeah, but let me tell you, they make a noise after they're dead. No.
When they release their bowels.
No, it's the last part of their air that comes out of their lungs, and it passes by their vocal cords. And so they literally go like that. No one who hospiced this lady knew that or told us that. And so we were all sitting around and all of a sudden we heard that and all of us were like, oh my God. And we jumped up and ran in there because we thought maybe, miracle or something.
You thought you brought it back from the dead?
Well, it's not it was a human being, not an animal.
It was a dude. Oh.
It was a human, yes, a real person.
A whole...
So can you imagine how terrifying that was?
Probably a little bit spooky.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Zombie apocalypse right then and there.
It was pretty intense. We ran in the other room. We were like, so-and-so, so-and-so. No, that's not it. Later found out the reason why. So just here's some advice from Mama Taco. If that happens, it's completely natural. Just
for the dead to speak to you.
Yeah.
Right after
to breathe to you. No, this was like 20 minutes.
That's a lot of minutes. Did one of you like lean on? I shouldn't.
No,
be making
oh my God,
like
don't. We were in the other room.
You were in the other room and you heard it?
Yes, that's how loud it was.
Interesting.
I know. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm on a no meat kick right now, but not really because I eat fish and eggs. I think I can eat eggs because they never were a thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got into such a hot debate over, because this is how I imagine the world worked.
Yeah.
Because like, we're from California. In my schooling, I learned about the life cycle of the salmon.
Oh yes,
Yeah, and like, go down the river, go back up the river, put some eggs, all that good stuff.
It's a big deal here.
Apparently, while I was studying the salmon, other people were studying the chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
What a boring thing to study.
Well, I was like, salmon, what they do, they go up there, lady, put some eggs somewhere, dude comes around, it's like, hey, nice eggs.
Yeah, flippity flip.
Yeah, just flippity flips all over the eggs.
Yeah.
So I had always assumed that like eggs, like chicken eggs, bird eggs, just like occurred, and then were like
so too
fertilized after the fact.
Me too.
I was like, just like birds have like needle penises, I guess, but no.
I thought maybe like the shell was soft for a little while,
at some point.
And then they came over, and I totally thought it was like a fish thing too, but no, they hump. Because I've seen my roosters try hump my lady friends, my lady birds.
The golden girls?
The golden girls, which of only 2 are alive.
Oh, they've died?
Rose died.
How?
Well, she was sick from birth. Let me tell you, trying to give chicken medicine is hard. She's a $6 chicken. I took her to the freaking specialty bird vet, paid $80 for this chicken to see if she was okay. Bought her medicine, gave her medicine, and that bitch still died. So rude.
How dare her?
God damn it. And then I kind of felt bad. The only thing I felt bad about is because she kind of was just so sickly her whole life. What a miserable life. We should have ate her as an egg. She would have been better.
Dear Lord.
But I didn't know her then.
Have you watched The Mandalorian?
No.
Never mind then.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Harry Potter, we could talk about that. But even then, I'm not that great at it. So, your brother the other day, my husband has never watched Harry Potter, so I got him to watch it.
Okay.
Over Christmas time. And
he thought it was dumb.
No, he liked it.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually liked it. And your brother was watching it too. And so then the next day he was like, Mom, can we watch that one movie, Peter Parker? And I was like,
does it mean
Spider-Man? And he's like, no, not Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Peter Parker. He kept saying Peter Parker. I'm like, what are you talking about? The movie with the little boy with the round glasses, Peter Parker.
Oh.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter, not Peter Parker.
You innocent soul.
I know, so sweet. But I only let him watch like the first one, because then after that it gets
intense.
Crazy. Yeah, so that's one thing your stepdad said. He was like, that got dark real fast.
Dude, the third movie terrifies me.
Which one's the third one?
Prisoner of Azkaban, where you find out like Lupin turns into a wolf and stuff, and then Sirius Black shows up, and I'm like, that Lupin's terrifying. That movie gave me nightmares.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. And the Death Eaters sucking your soul out.
I mean, kind of kinky.
Whoa.
Do you remember when we watched? Do you remember? Oh man, maybe you can remember this. Do I remember when you started your own website for wand making? Yes, I do. We don't need to talk about that.
Oh.
But no, do you remember a show that we used to watch back when we lived in with my first stepdad?
Okay. Yeah, there's one.
But it was like horror shorts.
The Crypt Keeper?
I think so.
Yeah.
And remember we watched one that was about the Blob? Like,
yes.
I refused to go in our pool.
Yes.
For weeks.
Yes. It was the Crypt Keeper. What was that show called? It was, and there was like this dummy puppet that was like a corpsey person, and he'd be like, yeah, Tales from the Crypt. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt. And it was like Twilight Zone style, where it was like little shorts, like 20-minute little shorts, but it was all horror. Yes, yeah. The Blob in the lake. And it wasn't even a blob. It was like an oil slick.
Yeah, and it was sentient, and it would grab people and digest them alive.
Yes. And you wouldn't go in the pool. That scared you?
Fucked me up.
There's a movie that fucked me up when I was a kid, and nobody ever knows it. And it's the stupidest concept. It's called Pulse. And basically,
it's the one about the electricity in the house.
I've told you about this.
You and Papa have.
Oh my God. The electricity basically comes alive and like kills people in the house and does crazy shit. And like your grass dies in your front yard when it starts happening to you. I didn't sleep for weeks, and I was watching our grass like a fucking hawk.
Dude, that was the same movie where it would like the electricity would bait people into putting their hands in the garbage disposal.
Yes. It was really smart electricity. Oh my God. I watched, when I was little, I watched Jaws. I watched Poltergeist. I watched all that. None of there's a person behind
There is
me.
a person. Don't worry about it.
None of those movies scared me as much as that fucking Pulse did. There's another movie as an adult that I went and saw when I was pregnant with you that Papa was like, we need to leave. Like we should not be watching this with you that pregnant. Because I was jumping and I was freaking out.
Papa was worried I was going to be like, what's up, bitches?
Yeah, he was worried I was going to go into labor. And it's called, if you want to watch something that's really weird and scary, it's called Event Horizon.
Oh.
And it's about
aware of the film.
A spaceship that gets like lost in space, and when it comes back, it's like possessed by demons. It's scary as fuck. I get all of my information from TikTok now. God, idiot. Hopefully I'm not the only one. But
you'd be surprised how many there are.
There are people who have silence in their minds.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that?
Not often, but yeah.
Really?
Well, it's like one of those things when like you think about it, you're kind of like,
Do you have a narrator in your head? Do you have an internal monologue? Do you hear a voice in your head?
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
Yeah.
Is that the weirdest thing ever? I was like, okay, so then when you go to pick up a bottle, do you not look at it and be like, oh, I want to pick up that, I need to grab that cup. I forgot. I need to take that cup into the dishwasher. They said no. And I said, well, what happens? They just see themselves grabbing the cup. Yeah, they like visualize it.
I don't like that.
Isn't that weird? So anyways, yeah, I heard that people have silence in their brain. I have so much not silence that when I try to go to sleep, I have to count my breaths in order to not think so that I can fall asleep.
Really? I just put on a podcast.
Or I put on like ocean noises or something. I have to have.
What do you think those whales are saying?
I don't know. They're saying, get your fucking ass to sleep, psycho. But like, they seriously, like, I can't be talking, because if it's talking, then I start thinking about what they're talking about. But if I try to sleep in silence, I'll like
lose your mind.
If I don't have something to think about that I'm upset, I'll just start singing in my head. Like songs that get stuck in my head. And it's just there. Like my mind is never quiet. And when it's like time to be quiet, like if you're just picking up the house or whatever, you're doing mundane activities. It's like chimps can do it. There's no thought process to it.
Yeah.
I literally just sit there and talk to myself about everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like basically narrate it like I'm reading a book about what I'm doing. It's terrible. It's never quiet.
I don't narrate it in the sense where it's like he walked to the left side of the room, glanced.
No, it's not third person.
Curiously.
It's like, I'm going to pick up that cup. I need to pick up that cup and then go put that cup in the dishwasher. And
then, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the dishes are full. I need to do those dishes. We should do those dishes right now. I wonder how many people are doing their dishes right now. Do you think you could get dishwater? Is it like cheaper to wash your dishes at nighttime or run the dishwasher during the day? Because I wonder what our water bill is. Let me go look at the water bill. It's like that.
We probably just have ADD.
Dude, everyone's like, why do you drink? I'm like, numb my shut up.
The voices.
Yes, so I can actually think in one long strand of a real thought.
As opposed to an army of
spider webs. Ugh, it's terrible. And then they're like, well, if you have ADD, like, caffeine and stuff should make it better. I was like, that's a lie.
Yeah, as someone who's recreationally taken ADHD medications.
Did it make you better?
I mean, it did its job. It kept me awake. It made it to where I could only focus on one thing at a time. But one thing that was that I've always found interesting about, because I used to use it to study back in uni, like you had to be careful because you could like accidentally get stuck on the wrong thing.
Oh, like a tweaker and start taking apart your TV. How does this work?
No, not like that, but like I would be like, okay, I need to write this paper. Pop a pill, sit down, start writing the paper. If I happen to look at my phone, like right when stuff like focus study drugs kicked in, I'd be like, oh, we're just on our phone for 4 hours.
Oh God.
Or whatever I happen to be doing.
I'm like, that happens to me right now and I'm not on drugs.
Yeah. Or like I've had other friends talk about like how like one of our friends, this was in the frat, somebody was like studying and then like got done studying and then was just like total tweaker, like how does this fucking work? He just decided the like Wi-Fi crashed in the house and he completely took apart the whole routing system.
Oh my God.
Which is like professionally set up. Like the Wi-Fi system in the fraternity house is very intricate because there's like 4 different wings, there's like 8 bajillion different routers, and he's just like, I'll figure it out.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
No.
How cool would it have
we
been
had to
if he
call
did?
the ISP and get them to come out.
Oh my God.
It was a bad time.
I just think it's interesting how different brains work. I think I'm going to try psilocybin.
Yeah.
I think I want to do that.
Shrooms spook me.
Do they? I heard that they actually open neural pathways and make you use part of your brain that you don't usually use.
It's also that study that we both read together. Like per capita of reported uses has the least hospitalizations, even below marijuana.
Oh.
That's why you got on a huge mushroom kick way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But
still haven't done it though.
Yeah. My thing with psilocybin is all the people that I've ever spoken to about it, like comparing it to like shrooms to L, has always been like, the sentiment is always, with L you're driving the bus, with shrooms you're riding the bus, and that freaks me the fuck out. Like being more subjected to my environment doesn't sound like something I want to deal with, because I'm a person who really enjoys being in control.
Oh really? I never felt in control on LSD.
Oh, I've like, I can remember vividly moments where I was like, oh, this is bad, we're gonna get out of this. Or
oh, I guess you're right, I don't like this anymore.
Yep.
Change rooms.
Yep.
We would literally, the girl's house that we would do it at, she had 2 bedrooms because her older brother moved out, so there was 2 rooms, and one we would keep like dark with like black lights and stuff, and then the other one would be like
bright.
Normal. Yeah. And so we would switch back and forth to different rooms.
Can we talk about how fucking terrifying bathrooms are?
Yeah, don't go in a bathroom and don't look in a mirror.
Or look in a mirror.
I mean, you can. You had a great experience.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people get stuck in the mirror.
Yeah, I don't know about stuck in the mirror, but walls would breathe for me. That was my big thing. Breathing
like the
walls.
whole wall would like bow, or like,
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the whole, like a chest rising and falling.
Huh.
Yeah, they would breathe.
All of my things
also
were
like in the texturing of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If I listened to music, the texturing would come together and make pictures that were like the storyboard of the song.
Did you ever,
especially
like,
Pink Floyd?
Did you ever sit in like the dark and listen to music?
Not in the pitch black dark.
Oh,
wait, yes, I have. It's a
fucking trip.
It was awesome. Again, Pink Floyd.
You know when like you were like kids, they like smush their hands in their eyes and like, I see fireworks.
Yes, it's like that.
Exactly. Like I would lay face down in a pillow in the dark with music playing, and it would just like, my brain would just be a visualizer, and I would pay attention to what colors corresponded with what notes.
I got on all that level with half a tab. I'm super sensitive.
Crazy to me.
Yeah. When I took the full tab is when I puked and freaked out and made Nana come get me.
I think we talked about that last.
Yeah, we probably have talked about this before. That's why we need questions.
Well, we have some, but
all right, let's do something.
My mouse is over there.
Oh, dumb. Okay, so actually, I have somebody who sent me, and I don't know if it's really a question as much as it is a topic. So let me search this. Meet mop, moop, mop, mop. Oh, okay. So from a religious standpoint, why is sex before marriage discouraged?
Oh, because, oh God. Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Hi, I was raised Catholic. Roman Catholic. Also, producer Aaron, feel free to chime in with your fucking super Catholic.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Your mom's so cool. What? She is.
She's
so cool.
so cool, man.
Dude. She's so Catholic and Mexican.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I'm
anyways,
not.
It's the well, so in the Catholic Church, like intercourse, motherfucker.
Why do we have this phone on still? Is this a house phone?
It's a house phone. I don't even know if there's one down here or if we're hearing the one upstairs. What were we talking about before?
Okay, so why
Sex exists to make babies and babies alone. It's also why masturbation's wrong, because it's taking something that is meant for procreation and bastardizing it by turning it into something that is just used for pleasure. So there's that bit. So that's also why contraception is technically wrong, and why
and you're and certain religious groups, not all.
I'm speaking
groups.
from a Catholic perspective. So that's also why, like, we are taught like natural family planning, which is basically like you maneuver sexual acts around the
menstrual cycle.
Yeah, ovulation and the menstrual cycle, which to me seems kind of dumb, because then if you're like trying to have sex in a time that you're not going to get pregnant,
only have sex when you're on your period.
Yeah, but
because they tell you 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after, and then you're on your period for a week. So it's like that's too risky.
Yeah,
just only have sex when you're on your period if you're going to do it that way.
But yeah, so there's that, and then there's like the idea of like you're saving yourself for your spouse. I actually don't know why it's only supposed to occur between a man and a woman in a union of marriage. Probably just because I would imagine that the origin of that would be because that's where
control.
The family unit starts.
I think that it's part of control, and it's part of a patriarchal thing. Like, I don't see anything wrong with holding and waiting for marriage. I think there's something really amazing and special about that. I know some people who have done that, and they have beautiful, amazing, really fun, cool sex lives. Personally, I think it's just, I don't know. It's like on one side, I'm like, yeah, be a fucking whore. It's awesome, right? And then like, if
we're in the same boat,
like fuck as many people as possible. And then on the other hand, I'm like, there's something so amazing about having sexual connections with someone you have an emotional connection with. It's like, and there's a lot. It's like I understand hookup culture, but what I don't understand about hookup culture is then everybody being like, I just can't find a good, nice man, or I can't find a girl. Bleh. It's like, well, let me tell you one reason why you can't find a good dude, okay? Because the chemical in the male brain that's released that causes connection to where they want to hang out with you does not come from sex. It comes with time spent. So when you fuck a dude too fast, you don't give and it actually like fleets if you have sex too soon. So like when you fuck a dude too fast, he's going to be peace out. So if you like a guy and you want him to hang around, hold that poo-tang. Hold it back.
Well, have you heard the piece of guy advice where
that's just science?
Where it's if you think you like a girl, go jack off, and if you still think she's pretty cool, like immediately afterwards, then you're good.
No.
Oh yeah, that's 100% a piece of advice. Pretty sure Aaron is not.
Is it real?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? So it's just like, am I just like carnal and want to impregnate her, or do I really like her?
Yep.
So have you done that?
Oh, like with every single one.
You go to the bathroom and jack off?
Not if I'm like on a date.
Oh, you go home.
No,
it's an immediate thing that needs to happen. I'm confused.
Well, no, it's like okay, if we're sending late night texts,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
because shit just hits the fan at 3 a.m.
That's not late night. That's the morning.
Okay, 1 a.m. My bad. Didn't realize my mom was the fucking boomer.
I'm a human clock, bitch. All right, go.
No, it's just determining like, oh, do I just want to fuck this person, or am I like romantically invested in this person?
Yes.
Because like if you're like, oh, I just want to fuck this person, when the post nut clarity hits, post masturbation,
yeah,
you're repulsed. Get away from me. Don't touch me.
Have it really
You're
been
disgusting.
that polar of an opposite?
Oh, yes, 100%.
No way.
Yes.
That's like psychotic.
It's really not.
Where it's just so much caveman shit engraved in you that you actually like someone you're disgusted by until you can release. And then you're like, actually, I don't like you. Really, I'm disgusted by you.
Okay, it's like, so there's like if we're plotting standards, right?
I'm getting really concerned about the male species.
There's like this is what we talked last episode about why people just hate men.
Yeah.
There's like it's like a declining curve where you're plotting standards. It's like attractiveness on the X and like horniness on the Y. The hornier you get, the lower the curve goes.
I can understand that. I think this can be the same for females too.
Yeah.
I think if you really want a bone, you're willing to like take whatever you want, whatever you can get.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes I would say it's definitely, you probably have more options as a female.
Do you think that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think if you're boning, she chose. Do you know what do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing is like a young man was talking to me and was saying something along those lines like, oh yeah, I just want to like go out and I don't know how he was saying because I was drunk and, you know, being a drunk mom to a kid that's not my kid.
Yeah.
And he basically was saying like, oh, I'm choosing to fuck all these girls. And I was like, oh, honey, no. You're not.
You're really not.
They're choosing to fuck you, and you should be appreciative and kind and treat them nicely because you know, like they can get laid easy and they're choosing to spend their time with you. So don't be a douche.
Never mind. I don't want to make that joke. I've had girlfriends who can't get laid, and I'm just like, what are you doing, man?
Really?
But anyways, post-nut clarity is 100% a thing. That's the other reason that I say if I ever win the lottery, the first thing I'm doing is beating the shit out of my dick.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you make better decisions.
Before I spend a dime, every time I want to spend more than $500, I need to masturbate and make sure this is a good investment.
You know what? Probably. It's like, dude, I might go buy a fuck ton of Bitcoin right now. Hold on, just... never mind. Bad idea.
No,
Cryptos are way too volatile.
A friend of mine is dating a guy who has, it's called mining for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He's got some crazy computer or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? This sounds like science fiction.
It kind of is. So,
and it like uses all the electricity in your house.
It's really demanding. So the way that mining Bitcoin works. So Bitcoin's a cryptocurrency, which means it's like online money.
Yeah.
And one Bitcoin right now is like worth like somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000. Higher?
No, it's like 4,000.
Like 40, 50?
We hit 40, yes.
We hit 40?
Last week we hit 40. We got up to like 35 right now.
Okay. So like right now a Bitcoin's worth like 35 grand. A couple days ago it was worth 40 grand for one Bitcoin.
Yes.
You can buy them in like portions as well. But the way that it works, so it's a valuation.
Yeah, you can buy like $600 worth. You don't have to buy 40,000.
But the way that it's valuation works is based off of its stock. It has its own stock. But also what gives it value is the fact of how difficult it is to mine a Bitcoin. So what it is I'm probably going to butcher this, and that guy over there could probably explain it better than I could. But basically, computer programs generate like puzzles, like increasingly difficult puzzles. And then you have to get a really powerful computer that will go through and it will solve these puzzles. And at the end of solving these puzzles, it will get part of a Bitcoin. And then the more Bitcoins that get mined.
Like a game?
Like a game. But it's just the computer doing it. It's just processing power.
Okay.
So, and then the more Bitcoins that get created, the more complex the puzzles get so that way you can't just keep printing Bitcoins, for example. So the more Bitcoins that get put out into the market, the harder and longer it takes to get a Bitcoin.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't know if I can handle any more of that.
But
That's like
anyways.
Matrix bit bullshit.
Yeah. So basically, if he has some crazy supercomputer that's like mining Bitcoin,
Yeah.
one, probably a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Because Bitcoin will probably exist and be like valid up until like quantum computing.
Until the New World Order.
Yeah. Well, like I don't understand quantum computing, but basically like the next like big breakthrough in tech is going to be about that, which is where all of a sudden like we're just going to absolutely just ass blast processing power and storage capabilities, where like mining a Bitcoin will take like seconds. It's
Do you see my eyes glazing
glaze
over?
over. Yeah.
I'm all, what?
this is
Still on
computer nerd shit.
TikTok?
But anyways, yeah, this is wet computer nerd shit.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, that's what we were talking about.
talking about masturbating
so
to make
why, and a
decisions.
religious purpose, is like saving yourself for marriage so important? Well, I will tell you that statistically, people who live together before they get married, their divorce rates are higher. I don't know why.
There's also a correlation between number of sexual partners and divorce rates.
Really, which is what? Higher is more?
More partners, the more likely you are to leave.
Interesting. Why? Because you just know you have
The
options.
grass is greener.
Yeah, but the grass is not. No, this is one thing that I've learned by being. So I don't have like a lot of dating experience. I have a lot of falling in love experience.
Nice.
So like from when I was little, was in love, and that was it. Like I was with your dad, and then I was with my first husband, and then I was with my second husband. So, and that's pretty much it. So what I've learned is that there's definitely, everybody's just got their different something that's fucked up about them. And just because they're not fucked up in the way your ex was fucked up, they're going to annoy you and be fucked up in some other different way. So just as long as they're fuck ups, if you can manage it, then stay. I know that sounds so sad, but it's true.
It sounds like settling.
It's not settling. It's picking your battles. It's deciding like they have so many other, it's weighing it out.
It's
not
like, oh,
settling.
he leaves the toilet seat up versus, oh, he's a heroin addict.
Yes, I mean, come on, you guys, let's get your shit together. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Like maybe the other guy was like, oh, well, he's a total deadbeat and he doesn't work and he's not bringing anything to the table financially. So then you find this other guy and you're like, yay, he's so responsible and he's a hard worker. Well, then you can't turn around and then get mad when
He doesn't go party with you.
when he works on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is why you fell in love with him. That's another thing is what I think is so funny is I found that like the things that attract you to the person the most in the beginning are the things 10 years later that you're like, God, you're so fucking predictable and reliable. Ugh. Let's go do something stupid.
Let's go make some not post-nut clarity decisions.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're like, oh my God, she's just so fun and wild and free. And then 10 years later, they're like, will you calm the fuck down? You're driving me fucking crazy. Can we just watch the same movie again for the third time this week?
Hey man, all I'm just saying is Christmas Vacation's a great film.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
What is T's like watch this movie for the 1000th time with me?
Probably like Tombstone.
Okay.
He likes Tombstone. Oh, he will watch Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds on repeat.
Really?
Yes, he loves that movie. That, Dumb and Dumber, and Zoolander.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. But yeah, he'll watch Tombstone. He also likes Open Range a lot. Yeah. So he does tend to like comfort. He likes routine.
That he do.
Yeah, he
That
loves
he do.
routine. And I'm like, I'm going to die. And I'm that person that's like, I need spontaneity and I need fun and I need adventure. Fuck, I'm overwhelmed. I need a routine. I need a daily habit. God damn it, I'm bored. Let's go fucking do something crazy. I'm like all over the place. So I'm thankful to him because he's always there for me right when I need the routine.
He's grounding.
He is. He's very much my opposite. Like as base of people and like moral status, we're very similar in what we want in the world. But then like, it's true what they say. Most marriages that last have like the sane, reliable, calm, down to earth person.
And a
And then the
crackhead.
fucking crackhead. Yes. I ain't a crackhead in this relationship. When you get two crazy motherfuckers together, like my first marriage, that's when like hookers and blowers start coming in and get crazy.
It's not a bad time.
But it's not sustainable.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah. until someone dies.
I mean, that's how it ends, anyways.
Yeah. Sometimes people's rock bottom is the grave. There's nothing you can do about it.
Look at that. Rock bottom was just 6 feet down.
Look at that. I follow a grave digger guy on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
What's that
interesting.
like?
Interesting.
What does he make videos of? He's just like, I got my
Him
shovel.
digging with his excavator.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes he gets in the hole and then like records looking up out of it.
That's eerie.
Yeah, it's intense.
We're talking about death a lot.
So here's my final piece of advice. If you don't want to choke to death, don't eat.
I'm going to put this in the episode that doesn't have anything to do about choking. This is going to come out in 3 weeks where we talked about fucking choking 2 weeks ago. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? Anyways, thanks for listening to Trust Tree, guys. This is confusing. We'll see you next week.
Now that you feel like you're on acid.
We'll talk about it next week.
That was for the binge listeners.
Oh my God. Bye, guys.